Give us the takeaways that we need to be aware of when it comes to the any substantial commitments, or was it all about the mood music?
Yeah, it's quite incredible if you think about it. Just on the aftermath of the Party Congress, Xi Jinping has made a number of moves to assuage the fears that the global economy or the global markets had been, really kind of obsessed with. Whether it was a move on easing some COVID zero policies, and then, of course, the big 16-point plan on the property market, and now kind of assuaging the fears that China was isolating itself and getting into a spiraling downward relationship with the United States. Xi Jinping comes here without a mask, by the way, while all the other deputies wore a mask. He did not wear a mask, and he was smiling. The optics mean a lot here because it projects confidence and also a willingness to work with Joe Biden. Biden, for his sake, was smiling as well. And of all the comments that were made, one that stuck out to me as well was it looks as though Xi Jinping is willing to go out on a limb a little bit and condemn parts of Vladimir Putin's war in Ukraine. Essentially, Biden and Xi both talked about, condemning the threats of the use of nuclear weapons in any military action. So, dare I say, is Xi Jinping pivoting there on his support for Moscow? Because we're going to get, very likely, a communique out as possibly as early as this afternoon that all the members of the G-20 are willing, we're hearing from sources, could sign, and it's going to condemn the war in Ukraine, not necessarily Russia's war in Ukraine. This is a part of a verbiage compromise that perhaps the host nation, Jokowi, the president of Indonesia, has helped barter and negotiate behind the scenes. We're still waiting for that communique, but at the backdrop of all these discussions has been the war in Ukraine and the disruptions that it has caused to markets, to social stability, to inflation, and the like. And by the way, let me just add one last thing, Anna, because Sergei Lavrov is the foreign minister, obviously, of Russia. He's here in Vladimir Putin's stead. He sat through the speech. He did not get up and walk out when Zelensky of Ukraine gave his video presentation. And at the same time, when Sergei Lavrov got up to speak here at the G20, none of the other member leaders got up and walked out in protest, as was feared. So there's a little bit of harmony, definitely more projected harmony between Xi and Biden today.